Joining me now is Larry Sabato, presidential historian, professor at the University of Virginia, director of the UVA Center for Politics, and editor-in-chief of the Crystal Ball. I'm going to see if I can get you to break things out for us because, Larry, you're our friend. You are a famous and respected guy for your political predictions. So your thoughts on this very close race, because according to your crystal ball, all 7 battlegrounds, Nevada, Arizona, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Georgia, they are all considered toss-ups. Which of these races will be the one to watch?
We're going to issue our final evaluations tomorrow, Alex, and I'm going to send you one at least a minute early. So you will have that first for that nice introduction. I think that's misleading, though. I have to tell you, that map is very misleading. I'd love to talk about the 8th wonder of the world. We finally have broken through the 7 swing states, and we have an 8th swing state in Iowa. So this is exciting. We can stop talking about every hamlet in Pennsylvania. Now, look, I don't know whether Iowa will really be a swing state in the end, but that was a very significant development right at the end when it really matters. That was a burst of morale. That was a morale boost for Democrats, and everybody saw it in their feeds on Twitter and their email and conversations with friends and relatives. It had a big impact, and I think it was another little piece of the fact that the last 10 days have been Kamala Harris's 10 days.
Do you think, though, that Iowa has a chance of actually going blue?
Well, I wouldn't bet that way, but, you know, I've lost a lot of money betting. I wouldn't go by my bets at all. They don't even let me get near the poker table anymore. Look, is it likely? No, but I tell you what's really matters about that poll. If she's accurate, I mean, the pollster Ann Seltzer has a great record. That poll has
very
a great
respected
record.
Yep.
But, you know, even if it's off, even if Trump is still ahead 3 or 4, the way the previous poll suggested, well, that's less than the 8 to 10 he won it by twice. And that suggests some movement, particularly among older women, maybe younger women as well. And that's going to have an impact in a lot of other states. We look first to Wisconsin because much of Wisconsin is so similar to the rural counties in Iowa. We look a lot of places, but Wisconsin's the first place we look.
So, granted, you said that you have your crystal ball prediction. You have one final one coming out tomorrow. And thanks for the early heads up on that one, my friend. But let me get a sense of what you think the headlines will be on Wednesday or on Friday, because I'm giving everyone a bit of extra time for this question today, since I'm presuming you don't think we're going to know Wednesday morning what the results are.
The odds are against it. But, you know, we did in 2016. That was also very close, and Hillary Clinton won the popular vote by 3 million. But we knew the result through the Electoral College, I think at about 3 a.m., somewhere in that general vicinity on the extended election night. So it's not impossible that we'll know.
What about Tuesday night, though? Is there some kind of an early indicator that you're watching for, Larry, and you say, this is how it's going to go? You don't have to put money on it, but is there something you think will be a good bellwether?
Well, there are 2 states that certainly should go Democratic, almost certainly will go Democratic, and that's New Hampshire and Virginia. I mention them because the Trump campaign has kept saying for intermittently over a long period of time, and especially in the last few days, that they're going to be much more competitive than expected in them. Well, you know what? They close the polls there, I believe both of them around 7 p.m., and so we'll have at least a substantial portion of the results no later than midnight, maybe earlier than that. If it's not close at all, then we can see that there isn't some hidden movement to Donald Trump. If they are very close, then people will have to get out their extra store of liquor.
Give me a sense of down ballot races, Senate, House. How do you see those going, holding or flipping?
The House is incredible because, and we've gone through this very carefully. My House editor is terrific, Kyle Condit. And essentially, it's coming down to just a few seats. I mean, if we don't have this very close in the end, that is the number of Democrats versus Republicans in the new Congress, I really will be surprised. I just don't see much of a margin there for either party. The Senate is interesting because it isn't just about this next Congress, the next 2-year Congress, 25, 26. it's also about a 6-year term, and it's about building the Republican margin. Now, they're hoping not just to get 50 or 51 seats. They want to get 52, 53, 54, so they can build on that for what I think is an exaggerated expectation. They'll get to 60. If they end up getting the minimum, 50 or 51, that tells you something. Even 52 isn't that impressive compared to what they were saying not very long ago, just a couple of weeks ago, that they had a real shot at Pennsylvania and Michigan and Wisconsin and Nevada and on and on. And it's not looking that way at the end. You know, votes are funny. They're not polls, and they sometimes fool you. But right now, Democrats are doing pretty well in a lot of those states. And so a big Republican margin in the Senate is unlikely.
Okay. Larry Sabato, it's always good to talk with you, my friend. And give Kyle Condit my regards as well. He's also a great one on your team.
I will.
Thank you.
I will indeed.